And we're going through your divine fingerprint. So as you're tuning in, welcome. I hope you're having a great day so far. Whether you are at home, maybe you work from home, maybe you're already at the office, maybe you're on your way, I believe today is going to be a great day. So if you do not know, we go through books in the morning. If you're brand new, I would love for you to post a new below. I would love to get to know you. And we go through books or talk about mindset. We talk about lots of different things other than food in the mornings. So if you've been here for a while, you know that. If you have not been here for a while, here you go. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com, click on recipes for anything that you need, click on getting started, or click on book club. So we are going through a book called Your Divine Fingerprint. And the point of this book is to figure out what your 1% factor is. Like, what are the gifts and talents inside of you? Who are you? Who did God create you to be? What are the things you really are called to do, but you're not doing? Like, what is deep down inside of you that you're like, I would love to, I wish I could. What are the things that you're longing to do? And maybe yet you've made excuses or you haven't done it. You felt like it's too late. You're too old. That's what this book is about. Now, I'm not reading the book to you. I'm going through the book with you. And I would actually recommend that you grab your own book, go through it at your own pace. We're going through it pretty slow. I'm going to give you some highlights to help you on your journey. And you might go, what in the world does this have to do with my fat loss? I actually believe it has everything to do with your fat loss. I believe that if you're here and your goal this year is to feel better, get healthier, feel stronger, lose some weight, right? Whatever that is for you, I believe that if you don't truly tap into your greatness, if you don't truly go after the things that are inside of you, you're called to do, your gifts and talents, working on your mindset, I honestly don't believe that you're going to hit your health goal. You might hit the goal, but I'm going to tell you something. I have messages sent to me every day of people who hit the goal, then fell off the wagon, or hit the goal and then gained it all back. Every year, all the time, a vicious cycle. And so honestly, the missing key, the missing thing that most people are not doing is the power of their mindset and reading and learning and continuing to grow this. I think it's super important. So if you watch the other videos, awesome. We started this. If you're brand new, if you're live, if you've been watching for a while, we started the very beginning of this new year. If you somehow watched this in 2025, go back to January 1st, 2023. Kind of funny. That's crazy, huh? All right. So we're talking about discover, develop, and deploying your 1% factor. Your 1%, your fingerprint. Nobody else has a fingerprint besides you, which means there's gifts and talents inside of you that only you can do. Only things that you are called to do on this earth. People that you're called to touch or serve or help, right? There's things that only you can do. And you might go, okay, sure. For real. We talked about the last video we did. We talked about how you have to believe it first. You've got to believe that you've got greatness inside of you. Otherwise, the rest of it isn't going to work. So we talked about discovering. What does that look like? Today, we're going to dive into develop and deploy and what that looks like. So the author is Pastor Keith Craft. He's a pastor down in Frisco, Texas, an incredible church called Elevate Life Church. And he says this: development requires desire, determination, and dedication. Only you can develop the gifts that you have been given. And for those of you who are following along, I'm on page 23, diving into 24, or just listen. And I hope that as you go throughout your day, you have something to think about, something to ponder on, that you go, you know what? I do have greatness inside of me. I do have things I want to work on. I hope it just sparks something inside of you. All right. So here's some questions asked. It says, your gifts and talents. What am I truly gifted at? It's just a question you can ask yourself today. What am I truly gifted at? We talked about in the last couple lives. If you don't honestly know, this is a great question to ask your spouse or a best friend or your parent, other people around you, so that you can go, oh yeah, I am really good at that. Asking yourself, what are my natural talents? What natural talents do I have that will give that help me enjoy life, and that maybe can help other people enjoy theirs? So today you could ask yourself, what am I truly gifted at? What are talents I enjoy, things I enjoy doing that help me, but also can help others? If that's all you hear and you somehow log off, those are the things you should ask yourself, because those are the things you're going to take action on as we continue to go through the book. All right. Some people might say, I don't really know what my gifts and talents are. I don't know what I'm good at. Maybe you're in a funk. Maybe you're like, I'm not good at anything. And here's what he says. He goes, all I need you to do is ask yourself these things. What you do comes natural. Like, what comes natural to you? What are some things that you do that comes natural? I told a story of my sister that does makeup, my friend Lindsay, who's incredible at numbers. Our daughter just walked down here. She's up early. She's like, Mom, yesterday, she said, Mom and Dad, I know what makes successful people great. I know why successful people are successful. She goes, if you read any books, because she's reading a book by Andy Andrews right now. And she said, I know what it is. She goes, if you read any of these, you want to know what the one thing is that they all do? She goes, they get up early. She goes, that's the one common thread. I mean, there's lots of them. She goes, they get up early and they dominate their day. So she's like, I have to do this. She wants to be successful. She's got dreams and goals. Our oldest daughter is incredible, like naturally gifted at doing hair and makeup. She's actually very much a creator. She's very good at it. It comes natural. She doesn't have to go study how to take pictures or do videos or to make things pretty. She just does it, right? Our second daughter, Emery, is incredible. She's got so much empathy. She's a servant. She's so good at making people feel good. She wants to serve you. She has true compassion for people. Our third daughter, Eliza, she's focused. She's determined. Like, if you tell her something, she's going to get it done. She is very outspoken in a way that if you need truth spoken, she's going to tell you. And sometimes she doesn't see that as a gift, but it is. Truly is a gift. Our daughter, Annie, she's our youngest, is pure joy. Funny, outgoing, really just brings joy to the atmosphere. She walks in and she's just funny. And they all have so many things that we know that God has given to them, gifts and talents that, like, one of our goals, my husband and myself, is, we were just talking about this year. I was like, I really watch our girls. I pray and I'm like, what are the gifts and talents that are in them? I actually would encourage you, if you're a parent, to do this for your kids. Watch them. Watch for the things that come natural to them so that you can pull it out and discover, develop, and deploy them quickly, right? What if somebody had discovered those things in you at an early age, and that's what you worked on 90% of the time? I think oftentimes we think we have to work on our weaknesses. Oh, I've got to get better at, when in reality, you should be operating at the highest level of the things that you're good at, the things that come natural, the things that you don't, I mean, you can always work on and become better, but you enjoy, right? Why do we try to spend so much time on the things that we're not gifted at? Make friends with those people. My husband and myself, we are complete opposites. And if we work better together when we realize each other's strengths and we can come together, that's the point of, your family and friends and people that you're around, like figuring out what they're good at and coming together and making things great, right? We told our 4 girls, and we tell them this often, there should never be a comparison between any 4 of you girls, because God has gifted you with such great talents and great abilities that if you can figure out yours and yours and yours and yours, and as you get older, you work together, you're unstoppable. Now, here's what the problem is. The problem is when you're constantly looking at other people going, I wish I had that gift. If I looked at my sisters and I was like, oh, I can't make things beautiful. I wish I could decorate a home. I wish I actually cared to do my makeup how she does. I wish I actually cared about, like, you can easily go down the route of comparison, which therefore throws your own gifts and talents on the back burner, because you're comparing, you're jealous, you're envious. And we tell our girls this all the time. There's no reason for that. All of you have gifts and talents. They're all different. You come together, you work together. that's you too. You with your family, your spouse, your kids, your coworkers, your friends. You should be able to look at people and go, oh my goodness, that's an incredible gift that you have. I have this to offer. That's what this is about. Let's figure out what you have to offer, the things that you are great at, so that you can go and encourage other people and help other people use your gifts for them as well. So it says, what are you naturally good at? What do you enjoy doing? What would you do if time was never an issue? What fulfills you? What do you excel at? You want to learn more about? You feel like you were made to do? That's going to help you figure out your divine fingerprint, your 1% factor. And actually, I love how he says this. He goes, all right, I'm not reading the stories to you, but he goes, all right, if right now you're thinking, I don't know, then here's a different question. He goes, all right, you know that you are not gifted and talented in other areas. So let me ask you this question. What comes really hard to you? What do you actually despise doing? What do you hate doing? What do you, like, if you were to tell me I have to go in and decorate a home, I would throw up in my mouth. That's gross. But for real, I would do it. I'd be like, no thanks. Hey, Stephanie, you have to go teach kids how to run. Hey, you're going to go be a coach of children in running. Hey, you're going to go run a marathon. If you're just going to tell me I'm going to go run, I'm going to leave. That is my other sister. My other sister runs marathons. She's a coach. She's a track coach. She's a cross country coach. She runs for fun. Nope, no thank you. But she loves it, right? My brother loves doing the things that he loves to do. He loves to cut down trees. He loves to work with his hands. He loves to do it. Isn't it funny how you can pick out all of the gifts and things that other people like to do? And I'm going to guess one of you sitting here going, I don't know. Just give yourself a little bit of time. What is it that you love to do? Or the opposite, right? I can easily pick the things I do not like to do, and I'm not going to spend time on making those things better. Why in the world should I go take a class to decorate a home, to learn how to do that when my sister can do it for me, right? You find the people that are great at those things and you become friends with them, you hire them, you work with them, whatever that looks like. So, all right. He goes, your vision is your picture of your future, of what you want. Vision drives passion. So we have to figure out what you are going to discover, your gifts and talents. We're going to develop them and we're going to deploy them. Here's the key. And I talk about this, whether we're talking about learning about food, learning about working out, anything that you are going to learn. Like we say, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, but it's not power if you don't deploy one thing. Knowledge is power when applied. That's the deployment. He says 3 words: discover, develop, deploy. We like to, or some people would say, well, there's lots of different things, but what it comes down to is action, right? So I'll say, listen, if you're watching me all day long, awesome. Please put what you learn and put it into action. It's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve anybody else. If you're learning, and not deploying it, not putting it into action, not doing anything with it. And so he says this: I've never met a person who set their sights on becoming a failure. I've never heard anyone go, I want to fail. So we talk about the only way you fail is if you quit. He's going to dive into, he's really just setting the stage to going, you've got gifts. We're going to discover what they are. We're going to dive into deploying them, taking action. We're going to go through this entire book and learn about your core values. Really, this is about you. It's about you discovering you, taking action on who you are, and then you can give that to other people. I think it's super powerful. How in the world, little things, maybe you go, I haven't done anything with me. Maybe this year is a year of you working on self-care. I have a love and a hate with that. I think sometimes it's overdone, but there is an aspect of you can't pour from an empty cup. If you are not sitting there and you don't work on your own mindset, you're not listening to good podcasts, you're not learning from others. If you get up and you're in this rat race of running out of time, yelling at your kids, out the door, forgot to pack your lunch. Like if you don't give yourself a little bit of space and a little bit of time, you're really going to fail, right? Or you're not going to at least do the things you're truly called to do. And so basically he's like this. It's human nature to want a higher level in life. It's human nature to go, I do want to be great. I do have great things to offer. We just have to figure out what it is. We're going to take action on it. So here's the deal. A couple more things. All right, I'm going to read this last paragraph and then I hope you had something to think about. I really just want you to start thinking about the gifts and talents that you have. All right, the bottom line is this. Some people don't know how to take action to take their lives to the next level. They have fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change, or complacency or insecurity, lack of commitment, not knowing what they really want to do, most importantly, not knowing who they are. These are very real kill factors that kill your 1% X factor, that you're 1% better. In other cases, the failure is due to lack of belief in oneself, and therefore they lack taking action. We are going to get you to believe in yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way of knowing if I can figure out what I'm great at and the greatness inside of me, I can add that and add value to other people, right? It's not for selfish reasons. It's to add value to other people, and they'll do the same for you. So you're going to take action on that. And that's it. That is it. We're going to stop there because that's a lot. He goes, my personal belief is that it's our job to believe, and then it's God's job to do the impossible, because it's easy to sit there and go, you know what? I don't even know how. We're going to learn how. We're going to learn to take action, learn some basic steps. We're going to do it together. So today, your action step is to just simply sit and write down the things that you're good at or the things that you don't love to do. Maybe you're in a job that you seriously hate. So let's figure out what you're good at, what you have a passion for, start writing it down. And it's not going to be overnight. Like these things take some time. It's going to take some time to discover, develop, and deploy it. But what happens if you actually gave it a year? And what happens if you could have a completely different job, or you started a new hobby, or you did something on the side? Whatever it is, 1 year from now, you could be operating in those gifts and talents that not only are adding value to your other people's lives, but yours as well. So thank you for tuning in. This is the book that we're going through. If you have it, great. If not, you get to tune in and listen to a little bit of the story. We'll start chapter 3 tomorrow. Otherwise, I truly appreciate you. Your presence matters. I love it when you comment. I love it as you hop on. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you can go to ketomomsecrets.com. You can click on recipes, book club, how to get started, my mom fuel, ketones, whatever you're looking for. I'm here to help. And then just watch the page. There's recipes shared every day. We do different videos. Yesterday, we did a keto tip. I did a tip around, we made supper together. We talked about net carbs and total carbs and tracking food, like the things that people really want to learn. And yet I say, all right, that's great. And we're going to work on your mindset. That's what the morning's about. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll see you